The many new guys on this team. I know when the season started, coaches asked a lot about having to replace Charlie and Corey and what they did last year. And he's talked about it's not going to be up to just one person to do that this year, but you're going to hope you're going to be a key cog. Just talk about your role, your big game tonight, and just how this team can make up for that offensive loss last year.
Yeah, I mean, coming in, my goal was just to hit the ball high and far, high line drives. I wasn't trying to do too much when I first got here in the fall. And I had a little bit of a rough summer, but, I worked with one of my doctors back home, Sean Drake, and he helped get my body right to the best of my ability to do what I normally do in the box, and thankfully he helped me out with that. So coming in here, I had a lot more confidence overall, as well as all the other guys coming in. As a team, I feel like we just had a ton of confidence coming in the season. A little slow start at first, but I think we finally found it today. Being at home also helps. Our goal, is hit the ball high and far, not trying to do too much before the game today. We were thinking of just, 3/4 swings, just get the ball in the air, relax our shoulders a little bit and do our thing, and that's exactly what we did today.
It looked like on that slam you hit, 85 mile per hour pitch, you almost had a chance to kind of wind up just a little bit.
No, yeah, I mean, if I wind up, that's how I end up, yanking off the ball a little bit. I was not trying to think of doing too much, just think of hitting the ball, high line drive, and got a little under it a little bit, thankfully, but again, I wasn't trying to do too much. I wasn't trying to think, just go out there and do my thing.
Is that about as good a debut here for in a Georgia uniform that you could hope for?
Yeah, I mean, again, before the first game today, didn't play. I know my boy Christian Adams was gonna, hold down the fort over at first base. I had a lot of good preparation. I was hitting in the cage in between innings. Working on my breathing. Just trying to slow the game down for when I ended up going in, and blessed to have this opportunity that I did today, but again, not trying to do too much, not trying to think too much, just go out there and have fun.
What's the mental prep like with a doubleheader or something like this? Is this something that you have to work for specifically just because you're, sitting around for so much longer?
Well, thankfully I wasn't sitting around for that long. This morning I woke up early and was able to get here early and, do the sauna, the warm-up beforehand, and, do my full stretch routine with Coach Groomer and everyone else. But during the game, I was throwing in the bullpen a little bit, staying loose, keeping my legs loose, hitting in the cage every other inning, like 5-10 swings maximum. For a big guy like me, it's easy for my body to get tight, and just being able to move around and have all this stuff down the left field line definitely helped out. Just keeping me loose and everything.
Ron, you talk about being a big guy and everything. How because of that, how much more do you have to work on that swing to, like you said, make sure you're not overswinging, taking these big loopy swings and shortening the things up? I
mean, it's just trying to, remind myself that, even though I'm a bigger guy, I got to do less. I'm a lot stronger than some of these other guys, in my opinion. And the strength coaches here have done a good job, putting weight on me and, knowing my strength. But again, the more I try and do at the plate, the more I yank off, the bigger I get with my swing. I just got to know, how strong of a base I have in the plate, and, doing less is more.
Yeah, this was your first game in front of fans at Foley Field. Were there any nerves? And, obviously there weren't because you went 4 for 4. Can you talk to me what it means to you just playing for the Red and Black?
Yeah, I mean, my last year I wanted to, come to the biggest fan base possible and do what I normally do on the field. And, my last year I wanted the best chance to go to Omaha, and I thought that was, being here with the Dawgs. And, I wasn't nervous at all in front of these fans. These fans up here were giving me confidence to go out and do my thing. And, I was very excited to, showcase out here my first game in Foley.
Got time for one more?
What was Wes's recruitment pitch to you like?
He was just like, hey, I want you to be a Dawg. The year before I did enter the portal because we had a coaching change, and I talked to Coggin the most, but I stayed at Miami, Ohio to finish my degree, and Wes really respected that out of me. And then, once I graduated, the grad portal opened a couple weeks earlier than the normal portal, and he was the first guy to call me. It was a 2-day process. The first day he was like, hey, I want you to be a Dawg. Called the next day, hey, I'm going to be a Dawg. I didn't really look at any other schools. Georgia was always my number one go from when I entered the portal then.
Thank you.